Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you like your self-work. That's the problem.
I do.
You could have taken VP, or was that all taken as well?
There just was no good work. So, and this is a 40-week secret I just took.
Right. There's been more than a few breakdowns the last couple days with the colds.
Yes.
A lot of change-offs.
I was off on Monday. I ended up in the hospital on the weekend.
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm okay. I went into anaphylaxis shock, and my daughter found me on the kitchen floor not breathing.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm okay now. But they still don't know what's going on and what I'm allergic to. They're not sure.
That's a scare.
Yeah, well, it's the third time it's happened since August. So they're sending me to an allergist to find out what's going on.
I'll admire you. You're one tough lady.
Hard work. The bills won't pay themselves, unfortunately. And I have to win the lottery, so here I am.
I'm glad you're all right. If they didn't find you in time, it could have been fatal.
Yeah.
They don't know what she's allergic to yet. What do you think it is?
I have no idea. Like, it could be a combination of things. First, I thought it was medication, and they ruled that out. And then they thought it was my brother's dog, because they had the dog staying with us for a while. But I don't know what it is. I'm not sure.
It's gotta be a combination of something.
Well, they also said it can be caused by stress, and I've had a lot of that. So.
I hear you. Some days I struggle to get going, I know how it feels.
My little boy is struggling at school with his autism, and I'm going through a divorce, so you know what it is. I've been very, very stressed.
And then COVID and everything else over the years.
Plus I'm working like 15-hour days.
You know what? That could be a big thing to do with it, while your body is shutting down.
Yeah.
I wanted to come out to see you today.
I'm so happy to see you. I saw you the other day, but
I saw you the last couple times. You honked the horn at me and I waved.
yeah, I waved back.
Yeah.
Have a nice day.
I saw you
After that December 3rd.
you had to back up and I just laughed. I'm like, there she goes with the back up again.
Yeah, some of those buses just don't have a turning radius near them.
I don't imagine you were pretty happy to be out of spring since you like your self-work.
Yeah, I know, but the way I looked at it is I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I have Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. So Fridays I can do double time. And then I can take cash work on the weekend if I want.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, out of spring recently, a bus caught fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 8064 caught fire.
You should see the really cool simulator train that they have set up at Anderson right now. It's like the new trains that they're going to be ordering in. They've actually got one that is set up at Anderson right now.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's for the new Green Line, the ones that are like ground level. It's pretty neat.
And I hear those trains are coming from Italy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. They got it set up there. So.
I would love to film myself doing that. I would be in my glory though. Like if they told me you want to do this for an hour, I would love it. Christina, I love the U2 trains, but I think the steam engines more. I love steam engines.
Yeah.
Just for their hissing sound, they're beautiful.
Yeah, I like going to Heritage Park and riding the train. We're going on the Stepper train ride. That's fun too.
Their steam engine is broken right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on one of the Christmas ones a couple of years ago. It was a lot of fun.
Heritage Park has to work awful hard because steam engines are so hard to keep maintained, especially nowadays.
Yes.
Like the mechanics are there all winter working on them, and they gotta fire them up once in a while. It's not like a bus where you can just start up after months and go. Also, if you don't fire them up over the winter and they sit until the park opens again for the ride stuff in summer season, it won't start. The parts will be too seized.
Yeah.
Gotta remember the two locomotives that they have are 76 and 78 years old.
Wow.
How has this bus been today?
Oh, it's been really good. I've had no problems with it. This morning I had 7803. It was a really good bus too.
I call it the turbo air leak bus because it's got an air leak and it's so noisy.
Ah.
So if you hear air when you're driving along and all you hear is air when you're taking off, that's the air leak.
Oh, okay.
What did you do this morning anyways?
Have a good day. At the Beaverbrook High School bus from
Oh, yeah. Have you been getting any time off in the morning or no?
Last week I had Thursday, Friday off in the morning, but that's because there was no work available.
Right.
But most days I work pretty near every day now. That's only till December 16th, and that's my last day on this route.
Right.
And then we start our new work on the 19th.
Mm-hmm. That'll be good. I can, when do you start though? Like,
Oh, I don't start till 5 o'clock in the afternoon on the 145 swing out of Saddletown. I'm working
okay.
nights this time.
Oh. You're an all-nighter then kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm on the bus for 10 hours.
At least you'll get to sleep in after the late nights.
Have a good day. Thank you. No, I have to get up. Then I can go back to my.
But you can have a nap, right?
Or play on TikTok. I'm on TikTok way too much.
So
Or
you're...
YouTube.
Yeah. The oldest equipment I have on my channel right now is 1942, I think.
Okay.
That's the year of one of the locomotives at Heritage Park. And then the other one is 1944 in years.
Wow.
spring drivers aren't at work right now because they have a medical note saying they can't drive Novas. Some people can't though, it's true. I imagine you've driven them before, so.
One of the ones with the weird front end on it?
Right. But then there's the new Novas, but then there's the 8100s, and they're the old school ones.
Yeah, the ones with the weird front end.
Yeah. So the last time I saw you, I don't know if they still have it, but 1 week at spring the garage was empty. They're that short on buses.
Wow.
Like 16 rows or something. Because a lot of them are on the book off line. So they're waiting to be repaired, right? So I guess you'll stay up until you get your son up for school. Because you're all the way down south, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I live in Chaparral, right here.
From Spring Gardens Garage, that's gotta be 35-40 minutes easily.
Yeah, about that. But it was the best I could do for what I needed.
Good thing you're starting after all the kids, because at 3:30 the 145 is jammed.
Well, I know, I can imagine. I drove it on a Sunday about a month ago, and it was crazy busy. I couldn't believe it. Like, even late at night, it was super busy.
Were you on time all the time?
Yes,
Or?
I was on time.
Yeah.
But it was very busy.
So 145 is like the busy like the 14, probably one of the busiest routes.
Well, I heard that it is the busiest route in the city, according to transit. I only do it for 2 trips, and then I go out of service and I turn into a 23.
Oh, okay.
So it's not so bad.
Maybe on a Wednesday I'll come in the evening and do a couple trips with you.
Sounds great. I started at 5 o'clock at Saddle Track.
Yeah. 5 on the dot, or you just
Yeah, 5
rounding?
o'clock right on the dot.
Okay. You're gonna miss driving these buses because there's no buses like this up there. Not a lot. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's 79 at 7906 is up there right now, but they have 7908 through 17 up there. Then the oldest you get is 8000.
Yeah.
And they're gutless. So what did they have available out of Anderson for you that you were gonna maybe take?
It just seemed like all the work, but you had to go back to the garage with it. And most of it didn't start until like 1 or 2 or later in the afternoon.
Right.
Like for afternoon work. There
Right.
was nothing that started earlier. And so I figured if I was going to have to work afternoons anyways, I might as well just work. Because I was going to be working till 9:30, 10 o'clock anyway. So I might as well just work.
The late nights, right? I'm terrible in the morning. Yeah, I'm so glad you're alright, but this is not the first time this has happened. You've dealt with it before.
Yes, I had, the first time it happened was August, and then the second time was October. And then just this last weekend.
Were you fine on Friday night, or?
I was pretty much started Thursday, I think, last week. I started breathing out hives, and I was taking Benadryl to see if I could get rid of it, but it just wasn't going away. And then Saturday night, like about 3 in the morning, I went into anaphylaxis and stopped breathing.
Wow.
Have a nice day.
Everyone must be on high alert all the time now after that.
Well, and then my daughter used my EpiPen right away, and then called 911 because EpiPens they can cause heart problems too. And so, yeah, I think it scared the life out of her pretty much. But she thought she did really well. So, thank goodness she found me.
How long were you laying there like that?
Not sure, honey. We're not sure. I mean, it couldn't have been too long.
Any longer if it wasn't for her, right?
Yeah, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be here.
Wow. I'll put you in my prayers tonight.
Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate that.
I get it, you know, it's not easy living with health problems. Like, I mean, if, you know, my grandpa had it for a lot of years, like health problems, it's not easy.
No, it's
It's kind of like you gotta take it one day at a time.
not. That's all you can do, honey.
And I know you gotta work. If they don't have drivers available, then you gotta work. But I mean, your body tells you that it has limitations sometimes.
If I absolutely need time off, I'll take it, honey. I promise. Right now I need to work.
How was your VK that you had, though?
I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off the whole time. I didn't have one day at home.
I remember that you were off because you told me that week, but that's the last time I saw you, I
No, it's
think.
been a while. That was October, beginning of November. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think that was the first week of November, actually. So yeah, it's been a month.
And then I thought to myself, she's not gonna take any breaks on vacation.
And I didn't. It seemed like there was something to do every single day.
You know what? You could have signed on the tail if you wanted to, or was that even available?
No, the teal was not available, actually.
Taken then.
Yeah.
Else that would have been your best bet.
I wish that they would bring more work south, but they've taken like the Route 20, the Route 9, the 40.
You know what? And even for VP drivers, if there's a VP sign up on the 20, one VP bus only.
Exactly, and they're all being relieved way down in the north end of the city. All of
They
them.
should be relieved at Heritage instead of 78th Avenue.
Chinook Station, you could do the number 9 there, you could do the 43 there. Heritage, obviously the Max Teal. And then the
like if you're relieved out of spring on the 20, that's not an issue. It's if you're out of Vic Park doing the 20, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They should add pieces on the 23 for Southwark as well.
Yes, they should.
Almost every key out of there comes out of Stony.
I'd like to see them do like the 302 and the 23. Could both be relieved down here.
And not even just that, give Anderson's 23 to all day runs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
All day runs out of Anderson on the 23, and they get relieved at South Health Campus or Mackenzie Town.
Yeah, I would say Mackenzie Town Terminal would be a better place because at least you could park your car there, right?
And then if you live in Mahogany, you're close.
Yeah, exactly.
We're making good time today. Wow.
Yeah.
Sometimes you would just be on the bridge at 47.
Yeah, today's not been too bad, amazingly enough.
Your loads are getting worse when you get back to the station, though. I've seen you just load it.
Oh, I know.
Like, I mean, you're getting 60 people some days.
Oh, yes. Definitely. Especially going Rutherford.
That's another thing, too. They need to adjust schedules.
Yes, they do.
I wonder if they did for next sign-up.
I don't know. I heard that there's going to be changes on the 14th as of the 19th of December, so I don't know what they are, but that's what I've heard.
And the 15 will no longer exist. New routes are going into effect.
Oh, okay.
The 115 will become the 102. The 15 will become the 102, which will go to Millrise, Somerset, and Silverado. So 402 will also be replaced.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The 402 needs to go anyway. It's too short of a route.
Too short. She's got so much time, like the lady that drives it now. She's got so much time at the station every time, like almost 15 minutes every time.
12 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, like a lot.
You know what? When it's really cold, I haven't been going out as much.
Oh, I don't blame
It's too hard on the body. But the heat's good in here. The heat's really good in this bus.
Yes, it is.
You know, if it's cold enough, sometimes you have to get a change off if you're having heater issues.
Sometimes, but I mean, it takes a long time for the heaters to start heating up usually.
And some buses, not at all.
Have a good day. I know some buses.
Thank you.
Welcome here.
Some buses, the heaters are too much sometimes.
Yes.
This one's good though.
Yeah, you're not overheated at all.
So more 77s are going out, Christina. They continue to phase them out. And I know you hate to hear that.
I do. I like those buses. I like the 77s and the 78s. Not fussy for the 79s.
You like the early 79s though, because they all have power doors.
Yes, those ones I like. You're right.
And you love the Winnipeggers. I'm just teasing. And they're not bad on takeoff. A lot of them are quick. It's just the no power door thing. We are like almost right on time here.
Yep.
Did you hear about that big snowstorm in Buffalo? They shut schools down for like 9 days.
Wow. No,
They had 77 inches.
wow.
And then it went into Thanksgiving, so the kid, like, you know, that week was Thanksgiving week, so they got even more of a break.
Wow.
Buffalo's terrible for winter, though. It's not the first time they've had a storm like that. Six to 8 feet of snow, Christina.
That's great. Have a nice day.
So how is your little son? You say he's struggling? Is he all right?
He's having a lot of social anxiety issues at school. There was one kid that was bullying quite a bit,
Oh,
and he's just not adjusting to the new school. Because he's in a new school, and he's having a really, really hard time. And so he's not sleeping at night, and he's having nightmares.
what grade is he in?
He's in grade 6.
Oh. Why did you take him to a new school? I'm just curious.
Because the public school, they didn't have the funding to accommodate him where he was.
And it must have been hard for him because he likes that school.
Yeah, he's been going there since he was in kindergarten. So yes, it was very difficult to meet his friends, and he felt comfortable there, but they didn't have the support that he needed.
Isn't that a shame?
So
And it must have been hard for you as a parent. No parent would want to get up every night and find out their kids being harassed or, you know, or just constantly worrying.
yeah, he's been acting out because he's angry, right?
He doesn't know how to deal with it because he's always on high alert, right?
He can't, like normally he can self, what do you call that? Regulate himself.
But with all that's going on, he's feeling the crunch, right?
So he's been really, really angry with me and my daughter at home, and I mean he's been doing destructive things like kicking the door or pushing chairs or you know what I mean, just because he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions.
Right. Having autism is not something to kid around with, right?
Right. So I got an assessment for him coming up with something like a psych consultant, and hopefully we can get him.
And you know why it's happening? Because all the things at school, of course, right?
I think a lot of it is that, and then my divorce is not helping. So, even though he still sees his dad every day.
I don't think all that's helping, right? It's just a combination of 3 things at once.
Yes,
Not sleeping,
yeah. And now, like you said, he's on high alert with me because he's worried that I'm not okay. I think it's just a whole bunch of things.
think about how you're doing every day, because I know you have these health issues, so I put the prayers in every night.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
And it's funny how we just connected on the tail one day and now we're here, right?
Exactly. I actually just got approved for surgery yesterday for I lost all that weight.
When are you going?
I don't know the date yet, but I just got approved for the surgery, so
Yeah.
hopefully soon. That should help my body a little bit.
I know how you feel with stress, though. I find with everything going on, it's taken a toll on the mental health some days for me, too. I know how you feel.
It does, doesn't it?
Like, sometimes I can just get angry and I can't control it, you know what I mean?
Yep. Totally understand.
But I just try to remind myself I got a support system. You know, I have so many friends. As your son, he has friends, but they're all, unfortunately, they're all at the other school that you wanted him to stay at.
He actually did make one friend at his new school, and they've been spending time together, which has been nice. So
Yeah.
I took them to the trampoline park a couple weekends ago, and they had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, especially when one of your sons are just having a rough go, right?
Exactly. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Has he got any sleep at night?
Well, I'm having a hard time getting him to get to sleep, so I dosed his melatonin to see if that would help.
He's been fighting you, or?
Oh yeah, like yesterday it was 1:30 in the morning, like last night. It was 1:30 in the morning this morning when I finally got him to lay down and go to sleep. And
Yeah.
then he's got to be up at 7 for school.
Right.
It's an argument every single night.
And he can just go off and that's it, right? That's,
Exactly.
at the same time, you feel bad, right? For him losing his composure because everything that's going on is weighing on him, right?
And I think that's why I've cut him so much slack, because he's having trouble processing right now.
And with you going, you know, in the hospital, that makes him even more stressed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's slippy today.
It is.
When's the last time you've been to Heritage Park on the steam train?
Oh boy. Probably 2 or 3 years anyways.
My
Last time I went to Heritage Park, I was still using a walker.
Okay.
I had to use a walker because my mobility was really bad.
Okay.
And I was over
You've came a long way since then.
Well, I'm just about leaving the doctor's office and at 250 right now, and I was, my highest speed was 420.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been through hell and back, basically, right?
Yeah. Still can't believe I let myself that big, but nothing against me.
You know what? Life catches up to you, though. It does.
Well, the reason I ended up with that was because I had an accident and fell backwards. I
Cool.
fractured my skull, perforated my ear, and I broke a whole bunch of bones in my body. And I couldn't get out of bed for almost 18 months. It was awful. And I got super depressed and started eating. So, not the best excuse, but that's how it is. Right? Have a nice day.
Right, you know what I mean? I almost concussed myself in grade 3, Christina. My walker. I have one of those walkers you have to tighten the bolts or it collapses. So it went back and I went backwards with it. And the floor is concrete. So I hit my head on the concrete floor. Had a great big goose egg on my head.
That's what I did. When I fell backwards, I hit my head on a toilet and then on the concrete floor.
Right? So that was double.
Yeah, so knocked myself out cold.
And I tried getting back up. Like I was still conscious and everything, but it hurt so bad. It's basically 100,000-pound boulder hitting you in the head. That's what it feels like when it happens. Wow, we're not late today at all.
Not so far.
How has your next Cranston trip been lately? Have you been...
Actually, not too bad. Yesterday I was about 2 minutes late when I came in the community.
the hospital?
Yeah.
And it won't show up on the CAD if you're 2 minutes late.
Staying on street, yeah. Okay, guys. Hey, just making sure.
I'm surprised you didn't take the 14 work again. Signed on the 14 again. I'm surprised you didn't do that.
Yeah, I didn't like the hours, is what it was.
They changed all the hours on this route?
Well, I would have had to work until like 10 o'clock at night anyways, so I figured if I was going to work that late, I might as well work nights.
Right.
Start later in the day, then I have the day to myself.
When you start the new sign up, I don't imagine you'll see your son much. Just in the morning and weekends.
Pretty much. It's unfortunate, but he still sees his dad every day, and his sister's with him all the time, so.
How old is his sister?
She's 27.
Okay. So that helps having another adult in the house, right?
Yeah, all my kids are, my oldest is 33, and I have a 30-year-old, a 27-year-old, and then Jordan was a surprise baby. Like, I thought I started menopause, and I found out I was 4 months pregnant. I was shocked. But, yeah, I wouldn't change it though.
Of course not. And look at how good your children are turning out. And I imagine if you get stuff figured out for your boy, it'll be fine.
I know it'll be fine. I've been through pretty difficult times before. My oldest had a lot of problems when he was young. He had ADHD and he has epilepsy. And my daughter also has epilepsy and fibromyalgia. So unfortunately, my children have a lot of health problems. But the only one that doesn't is my son Brandon, my 30-year-old. He's healthy as a horse.
I try to keep active and exercise because I feel like that's very important.
Yes, it is.
But I just feel if you don't, your body rusts, right?
Of course it does, yeah. I didn't understand at first when I first hurt myself. They kept telling me that I needed to move. But it hurts to move. But the thing is if you don't move, it'll get worse.
Yeah, like one day for a week straight, I use walking canes, right, as well. I walked around the whole school 1 kilometer. And I did that for 5 days straight. Every weekday I went to school. But by the time I got back, I went from south to north, then back south. But I mean, by the time I got back to my final destination, I was sucking wind. But at the same time, it felt good. Christina, the 7800s are the next on the chopping block, eh? To be retired. I wonder what month this bus is built. Yeah, okay. So it'll be 20 years in about 3 months. No, 4 months. No, 3. What am I doing? I'm right, 3 months. I'm getting off before rush, just so you know.
You're getting off?
Before rush, so basically at the station.
Okay. I'll just stop on the outside of the station for you guys again.
It's gonna be minus 28 with minus 37 wind chill overnight tonight.
Wow.
Have you had to deal with any change-offs lately?
Any what?
Any change-offs lately or no? Especially when the weather gets like this, you're pretty lucky.
The last change up I had to do, I was doing overtime, and I ended up with an airbag that blew.
Was the bus too heavy? Was there too many people on it?
I was out of service when it happened, actually. And I just about got to the garage. That was my car.
Right. You don't have to push these brakes to get the bus to stop.
No, this one's nice.
I don't like a bus like that where you just gotta hammer on the brakes, else if you don't, the bus is still rolling, right?
Yeah, this one's really, really good actually.
You're probably gonna miss this work a lot more than your next.
Oh, I probably will, 'cause I like all the people too. And it's nice and close to home.
What are you doing for Christmas this year?
I think I'm going to my brother's house. Well, I don't know which brother, because they're both arguing about who gets to have Christmas at their house.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy Christmas to the best of my ability now, but I don't know if I told you. 2018, my grandpa died from cancer, right? So Christmas is very difficult for all the family now. But I mean, we do it to the best of our ability because not just for me, but for him. That's what he would want. It can be a grind, I tell you that though. Not very easy on Christmas anymore.
Yeah, we kind of lost all the grandparents in my family really young.
Oh, yeah.
I was 8 years old when both my grandmothers passed away.
Sick?
I was little.
Yeah. But probably sick or either old age,
No,
right?
they were both, it was cancer for both of them.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather passed away about 10 years ago. My biological dad about 15 years ago.
That's why when you have all them around, you know, spend as much time, especially Christmas.
I felt bad for my dad's side of the family, like their mom passed away because there was 13 kids.
And that's the one, you know how you have that person who keeps it all together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My grandpa was all that, right?
Yeah.
He cooked the turkey, he cooked us breakfast in the morning.
He took care of the family.
Right. He was basically a second dad to me.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yes, I know.
And it was kind of like you with, you know, your grandparents, right? It's the same thing.
Yes.
You got grandma who makes the best stuffing or the best dessert.
Yeah.
Or always picks out the best turkey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've come to terms with a lot of things. I've healed quite a bit, but the Christmas thing is always the hardest.
I know, Ethan. It is very difficult when you don't have the people that you want there.
But in spirit, they're always looking down.
Of course they are.
We got my grandpa's star up on my tree, up on our tree at home. And if we forget to put it up, I always remind my dad, gotta put Papa's star up.
Have a nice day. You know, I was driving the number 6 last weekend, and I was going down 17th Avenue, and I just had a flashback of my uncle. He passed away about 2 years ago.
So
Right at Christmas time. And it was just one of those, you know, I remember taking him to the bank along there, and it was just like a little flashback memory of.
you know what? And if you lose people around Christmas, doesn't it? You don't even feel like celebrating Christmas that year. It's just a stinger, right?
Yeah.
So you had a flashback, eh? Wow.
Just, you know what I mean? Just one of those little memories. Just like, I was driving by the bank, and I was like, I remember that day. So I spent the whole day with him, so it was just.
Every time I go to Heritage Park, I think of my grandpa more because I know how much he loved the steam engines too.
Yeah.
There wasn't a train in the road he loved more than a steam engine.